crazy tonight, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight, la 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 la.
Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. We don't care. The most important thing is that you are here at the moment on GJustjuve channel between us, between Juventini, because we have an important and really important event to cover all together. The very first press conference of Thiago Motta as a coach of Juventus Football Club. I can't wait to understand, to listen, to understand, to go in detail the facial expressions, the non-verbal, the verbal, what he will say, Thiago Motta, and that's one. I can't wait to hear Cristiano Giuntoli that will be next to him and that will maybe also take care of some Mercato questions. I can't wait to see the journalist. I had a few weeks of rest without press conference to go into that Allianz Stadium dedicated room to ask the questions to Thiago Motta. What will be the questions of the journalists? Will they be a bit more creative than in the past? Will they have easiness to go and speak to a new coach that they probably never interviewed before? So many things that will start here on the channel at 2 p.m. I'm also really curious to see if they will be correctly on time, a bit earlier or a bit later, like Beppe was today late on the channel, 5 minutes late. It is what it is. You know that in life sometimes we have other things to do, like for example shaving myself, making myself beautiful to welcome Thiago Motta. Shaving, when I'm saying shaving, I speak about the head, of course, huh? And then a bit of fruit, the shaker, important, il caffè. Then before starting the live, going to the toilet for the piccolo caca. These are the important things, guys. Ciao to Bogdan. Ciao to Ibelito. Styler Z. Proja. Salvatore Matthew. What a name. What a name. Ciao to Saraz. To Takishi. It's TM day finally. Ciao Elgio. Ciao Bogdan again. Ciao L1G. They sing Grande Beppe. I will miss the live. What? No, you can't miss the live, but he will watch in replay. By the way, hello to all the people that will watch this one replay. If you want, of course, skippy, and you go towards the moment where we speak about Thiago Motta, I believe it will be 40 minutes from now on. You skip, and then you will probably see me also with my headphones that I didn't prepare. Okay, I saw them. We have a bit of time, because we start at 4 p.m. Ciao to Samduli, Helicopter. Ciao Anton Ivanov. We have Ben the Goose that is laughing. The greenies grasser today it is. Ciao Ryzen Cross. Ciao Elio. Ciao Ben the Goose. Ciao Daniel Perrone. Ciao a tutti watching on vacation from Ischia, Italy. Ciao Karim the Dream. Ciao GJustjuve that is there as well. Ciao Yash. Ciao Pino Bianconero. Ciao Naruto. Ciao Nick Busutil. Grandissimo Eric. Ciao to all of you. You are a lot today, so I can't say hello to all the people, otherwise we will be 40 minutes later and we didn't do anything. Ciao Liam Jans vanuit Limburg. Ciao Aman that is working, but he is loyal to the channel and decided to tune in anyway. Ciao to Magnum. Bam bam bam. Ciao Magnum. Ciao Mustafa El Sheikh. To Itai Sharon. We are with a lot of people and that makes me extremely happy. Already touching the 300 Juventini on the channel. Oh, we have a maxi recap to do because in the last 24 hours a lot of things happened. Juan David Cabal is a Juventino. We are just waiting for the official news. Attenzione to Adrien Rabiot that is probably living his last hours as a player that we could potentially consider as a Juventino, even if on paper, officially, it's already 18 days. That is not anymore a Juventino. So, Cabal, Adrien Rabiot, attenzione for the acceleration of Rugani. We can speak about Solé, attenzione, because there I have something that is annoying me. You can't even imagine. So let's go with the maxi recap. Also with the Juventini that yesterday mixed feelings about Cabal on the video that I made. I was super happy to make that video. Because I was excited, because the way off was just incredible and I love that way off. some people started with some criticism. I'm open for criticism towards the player if you watched him. And you can tell Mbappe for this reason, I don't agree with that signing. I don't agree if we are criticizing people that are happy for the way that we signed the player, especially because, according to me, and especially now with 12 hours of rest and thinking about it, I'm totally convinced that it's one of the masterpieces that Juventus need, and I will explain you why. Stefano Quagliara, goedemiddag Beppe. We also have Alex Messi Adriano from Limburg as well. We have Calogero, Ciao Cecilia, always there, like Mathieu Thoma. The first donation of the night, evening, afternoon, morning is the one of Massimo Pegoli that is watching from Australia, if I'm not wrong. Grande Beppe, grande Massimo, thank you for your donation. Really appreciate all the support to the channel. Daniel Perrone that decided to be a member for 23 months. Very excited. Crazy Mercato. Mercato is extremely crazy, and we switch now our becomes, because sometimes it's time to say goodbye to the old habits a la Cherubini, because we switch towards Giuntoli! Giuntoli! What is he cooking? This is the new thing that we need to say. Ciao to Kenan Dolovac, 25 months with us. Ciao Beppe, and ciao to all the Juventini. Ciao to all of you guys. You are just extremely fantastic. Panita! Speaking about South America, indeed, we have a new Panita. We can say it because Cabal is Colombian. The new Panita. The new Panita is in the house. I know that you have bad recent memories of Juan Cuadrado, but we have a new Panita. So what do we start with to discuss with a maxi recap before I want to dedicate the last 10 minutes, so 10 before 2 p.m. I really want to start speaking about the eventual questions for Thiago Motta. So I keep that for a bit later. What do we start speaking about? Because that's an important one. What number for Adzic? Ooh. I probably I exaggerate that. Good question. The number of Adzic has not been chosen yet. I told you, feeling, just a feeling. 30. 30. That's a feeling. I have no inside news on that. Never talked with the player. I didn't ask anybody. I don't know. It's just a feeling according to me. 30. Because it's a player that is destined for big things. I don't know if with Juve or not. I hope with Juve, of course. But it's a player that has that number 10 inside. Go with 30. Why? Because Miretti has that number 20. And because the 10... Guardatemi negli occhi. Look into my eyes. We all know about the number 10. 25 could potentially be free later. So, you didn't answer, right? What do we speak about? Kenan. Hopefully he takes the bad vibes of the previous number 30. Who was the previous 30? Bentancur, no? Was there another 30 between Bentancur and Adzic? I don't think so, huh? Was there another number 30? I don't think. Rincon? Yeah, but that was before. Sule was 30. Indeed. No. Rise and cross. Sule had no bad vibes at Juve. No.
It's time.
Even if Sule, if he stays, which today I tell you, in terms of percentages, we are at 0.001% of Sule staying. Guys, Sule, if he would stay, would take the number 18. You all know the story why 18, because when he transferred from Juventus to Frosinone, unfortunately, the grandmother of Mattias passed away, and her favorite number, I don't know why she was liking that number, but her favorite number was the number 18. And to honor the memory of the grandmother, she takes the number 30. Soraz is never working. He always tell me that he has a job, but I don't know. Mattia Sule, 22-23 with the number 30. Then before that, Rodrigo Bentancur, Marco Storari with the number 30. Thiago Mendes, la lavatrice, the wash machine. And Nicola Le Grottaglie. We don't know if it will be 30. We don't know. We don't know yet at the moment. Tottenham is interested in Chiesa and may pay 25 million euro in the last rumor. Could be, even if it's a rumor already since a few days. And I read it once and then I didn't see really a big push on that news. I'm not even denying that one could even be. The problem is not Tottenham. The problem is Chiesa. Will he go or not? Like Don Simon is saying, could Chiesa to Tottenham lock down Soule? I think that both are destined to leave. The priority for Juve was Chiesa and then Soule. But in order of timing, it will be first Soule and then Chiesa. Why? Because Soule is already there, because Soule has already a lot of offers, because Soule already put in his mind, hey, let's start speaking about Soule. Good. First, of course, I want to say thank you to Dav Juve, 3 months with us, grande Dav, and also to King Munti, the king of the moon. Ciao Beppe and chat, 32 months. Attenzione. So, Mattia Soule, guys, he would love to stay. Juventus would love, let's say, Thiago Motta would love to keep Mattia Soule. The thing is that for a big offer, he leaves. Because we have a lot of players on the exit market that are at the moment blocking a lot Juventus. Can we go really fast towards the name? I will try not to forget. I'm not speaking about next gen, really first team players. Szczesny, Rugani, De Sciglio, McKennie, Rabiot. I don't know how to consider that name, but Rabiot. No, Rabiot is already done. Let's take him away. Soule, Huijsen, Chiesa, Arthur. Help me, guys. No, Danilo, no. It's not on the market. Help me. Barbieri if we want. Yeah. But there are other names, guys. Help me. We have at least 11, 12. Ake. Kostic, that's the name that I was looking for. Milik. Facundo Gonzalez. Yeah, but Facundo Gonzalez, Barbieri, Ake. No, Ake didn't leave yet. Our names, Nonge, are names that they are there, of course, but these are not the ones that are really difficult. You can find. Keane already left. Nicolussi is a name, but pay attention because Nicolussi is not really in that name. Miretti, attenzione to Miretti, because yesterday he had his contract renewal, even if I told you that doesn't necessarily mean that Miretti will stay at Juventus 24, 25. Wait, because I have that list. I have a list here. Szczesny, De Sciglio, Rugani, Huijsen, Kostic, McKennie, Arthur, Soule, Chiesa, and then you have all the other names alla Gori, Frabotta. Frabotta is also one of them. Facundo Gonzalez, Ake, etc. Miretti is not in that list. Nicolussi is not in that list. These are not in the list at the moment. So that's why Juventus is pressing, because they have so much difficulties to sell the other ones. McKennie is saying no to everyone. And to leave, he's asking money to Juve. Szczesny said no to Saudi Arabia, which I always told you in the channel here, that it would, until he signed, which could happen, I couldn't believe in it. Because you need to listen to the words. More than listening, you need to observe. You need to check at the repetitions of the words. It's not over, but it's over. Szczesny, difficult. Chiesa is not back yet. And Fagioli came back earlier, Chiesa not yet. So there are a lot of situations there that are quite difficult to find. And that's why Soule that has a lot of offers. Why am I a bit worried about Soule, guys? But I didn't want to sell him. Let's be clear on that one. But I have already put my mind in peace, my soul in peace, I don't know how you say, about losing Soulé. So why am I worried? Because there are a few clubs on Mattia Soulé. Leicester, Roma, West Ham, there was Aston Villa. There were a lot of clubs that were asking for information about Mattia Soulé. And when you have competition and you are sure that the player you want to sell him because you need some cash, it's good to have competition. Because more you have competition, more they would fight with each other to increase the bids. Boom, 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 boom. If you have in mind to sell Soulé for 35, 40 million euro, more 35 than 40 to be honest, hey, you can reach them. You can even go over them, which is great. The thing is that yesterday, Leicester is now about to go for an offer for Salamakers. Salamakers, that is also playing in that position, offensive winger on the right but also on the left. What does that mean? It means in the way that Leicester tried. They gave a first offer to Juve that was 25 with everything inside. Juventus said, no, we don't want. We have a lot of competition. This is not the price that we want to sell him. Leicester went with a second offer, increasing it. Hey, Juventus would even be happy to listen to that increased offer, to take that increased offer into consideration. But why are they tracking back? Why are they going to another player, that is Alexis Salamakers? For a reason. Probably because Soulé said, I don't want to go to Leicester. Because I have some teams that are offering me to play European competitions, like Roma, fighting for Europe in Serie A. And you never know, the good year happened the last time in the year 2001, but you never know. The miracle year, and you can fight even for the Scudetto. I can go and meet one of my idols, that is Paulo Dybala, being together with him. De Rossi, young coach, project, they believe in me, they are making me fall in love. We all remember, when you have Roma, the city, when you have, wait, let me check. Come back later on that. When we have Paredes as well as an Argentinian. When you have Roma, the city, the music, the climate, the food. When you have all of that, it's difficult to resist. When De Rossi, he won the World Cup, is asking you to go, it's difficult to resist. I can tell you, Roma is really beautiful in terms of place. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. You live well, especially if you have money. You live well, you're good, fantastic. The stadium is impressive. It's not as beautiful as the Allianz Stadium in terms of modernity, but it's one that is really impressive. You hear these songs that even me as a Juventino, I will tell you something that I never told you, but when you hear Roma, 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 da-da-da-da, Roma, 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 and you have all the stadium that is singing, guys. Goosebumps, Goosebumps. Then I go and I vomit because I found myself guilty of, for an instant of a second, liking the chat. But liking the chat, gent. But it's true. Now, why am I really, really worried? Because if Leicester tracks back, if West Ham never really pushed, at the end you have only Roma. And Roma, they found the agreement with the player. They found the agreement with the entourage, the length, the project, everything. So they are strong on that one. If Soulé says, I go to Roma or I don't move, and Juventus is obliged to sell because of all that I told you a bit earlier, we have a massive problem here. Because then or Juventus is obliged to accept and say, bah, we accept 25 with a bit of bonus, maybe a percentage of the resale. And that's what is annoying me. Not that Juventus want to sell him for 25, but at a certain moment when you're obliged to sell and there is no other offer because the player is Roma, you have a problem. And this is one of the things that annoys me a lot. So let's monitor that situation. We have 10 minutes before entering the vibes of attenzione. No, because I think it's time to at least have wait. He's here. Guarda il video. Here he is. Thiago Motta, live alle 14 la conferenza stampa di presentazione del Mr. Motta. You know it, when it will start we will put our headphones on and we will live translate the words. He will do it in Italian. Not sure if there will be questions from other journalists from other countries, so it will be Italian. I will live translate in English to see the first press conference of Thiago Motta. But this we have still a few minutes before that. And this is about Soulé, guys. This is all I had to say about Soulé, why I start to really be worried. Not about the player leaving or not, because the player will leave. But according to the price and the obligation of Juventus to sell. The pressure of Juventus to sell. That's what I'm telling you. I'm a bit scared about Soulé. I would, personally, I tell you what I would do. I would say, can we say it here on YouTube or not? I would say fuck you. 25? No. I keep him. I don't care. Do you agree with me or not, guys? Do you agree with me or not? I would say no. Can I tell you something, Barbara, in the chat? I heard people. I heard that he wants to go there. Now he has Roma in mind. That you will not read on the journals today, but that's what I tell you at the moment, at today. Then, if Leverkusen arrives tomorrow, things can change possibly, but at today, with the offers that are there, he has Roma in mind. I tell you the truth. Like Antonio Conte would say,
if you want the truth, I tell you the truth.
That's the reality. Let's see what he will do. Our man, Cristiano Giuntoli, if you will agree or not. Buongiorno Giuntoli. Grande Giuntoli. I'm curious what he will say. Okay, guys. Cabal. What a disaster yesterday. A lot of people were happy, and so let's not make it a generalization. But Cabal, I think it's a great signing. I think it's a really great signing. It's a versatile Colombian that we were needing, I tell you. Because probably Rugani will leave. Cabal is there. It's not Cabal for Calafiori. It's not Cabal for Todibo or a strong center back. That's not the thing. It's Cabal is coming for Rugani. And what can he do? He can do center back on the left in a 4-man defense. He can do center back in a 3-man defense on the left. He can do left back. He's 23, will be 24 in January, so we still have a few months before he's 24. So he's 23. Apparently when he was a kid, he was loving the shirts of Juve. He wants to come. He's already in Italy since 2 years, so he already played in Serie A. It's a player that is a rotational player that can, at the moment, being the left back with Cambiaso pushing him on the right, He can be the alternative for Cambiaso. He can be at the moment the center back next to Bremer. But of course, if Todibo arrives or a big name there next to him, you have a Todibo with him there. Guys, what do you want? It's a player that probably understands already Italian, speaks probably the language. He speaks also Spanish, so he will be able to speak with our Portuguese guys that all speak Spanish as well. It's a player that Thiago Motta loves. Why is he loving that? Because he loves these players that are really versatile and can do different roles. It's a player that not only is loved by Thiago Motta, but also by Giuntoli. It's a player that was also loved a lot by Inter. Let's not be fooled by Inter fans that will tell you today, no, but we didn't want him. Who is that player? They were making videos of welcome to Inter about the player. They were crazy about him. It was already the best possible alternative from the 11. They were convinced. So let's not be taken as a fool. It's also a player that I like of the way that we did it without anybody knowing it. Inter found the agreement. They found the agreement with the salary, the player, the entourage, the length of contract. They had everything. They were already with Verona. Already it was done deal. You want a few minutes that I tell you how it happened? I can tell you the backstage story of it happened. How it happened. Inter, they called Verona. We want the player. We are interested. What is the price? 10 million. This is the price for everyone. 10 million. Then we can discuss. 10 million is the price that we are requesting. Wait. Okay, wait. They went with entourage, the management, Colombian. They found an agreement with the player, the money, the entourage. Everything was done deal. Verona was waiting for an answer from Inter. What is happening in the meanwhile? Cristiano Giuntoli that has a fantastic good relationship since years with Verona management. He called them, he said, can you tell me what is the situation, Cabal? What point are you with Inter? And that's where they tell him, we are a really good point. It's done deal. But is it done deal or? No, but what is the price? 10 million, as we ask for everyone. Wait. Verona on Monday and Tuesday, what were they doing? They were waiting for Inter to come back. Inter was relaxed. They wanted to give 8 million. They were for 2 million euro for a target that they had because they were thinking that they were the kings of the mercato, Marotta, and said, let's give 8. They want 10, we give 8. They want 10, we give 8. And we let them wait, so they stress and they will probably even reduce it a bit more. Strategy that was not a good one because they didn't expect Giuntoli that arrives from nowhere. And he's going there and he said, okay, remember when I told you Giuntoli is not moving? Giuntoli is doing everything from La Continassa. It was the management from the player that went to La Continassa yesterday. They were there in the offices already. They were already there in the offices. Found an agreement. Giuntoli takes the phone. What was the price that you told me again? 10 million? Fine. 10 million, we give you 2 of bonus. So we are sure we sign him. Up. 48 minutes. It was done. The player, he was already there. He said, oh, let's go on Google. What is the first public transport to go to Torino? I don't want to wait till tomorrow. I want to go immediately. What is the first? Is it the plane? Is it the boat? Is it by foot? Is it by the bicycle? What can I check? It's the train. The train will arrive at midnight 30 in Torino, Porta Susa. That's the latest train from I don't know where. He went there. Luggage. This morning he was there. No, this night he was already there. This morning he was there for the medicals. And I think it's a really fantastic one. How we did it. Now, of course, if I would be here telling you, but the player is the player is the new Roberto Carlos, it's the new this, it's the new that, it's the phenomenon, it's a starter, I would lie to you, but that's not what we are looking for. You can't go with only first players. We were speaking about it. We have only one name. Cambiaso. Then we have Danilo that should go back to an old role of a terzino destro, so as a right fullback. We have a Giallo that we still don't know where he plays. We have a Gatti taking a new position on the right. We were not sure. So you see, press conference. Wait, the press conference. Look, it's about to begin. It's about to begin, but when it's written, it's about to begin. It is not. It is not because it didn't start yet. Okay, so when it will start, of course, we will do the live translation of it all together. No, I think it's great. Can you give me a rating, guys, from 0 to 10 about the utility, the signing, about the way of, about that kit that we signed from 0 to 10? I think it's a top masterclass. Then, if the player is not working, you can still sell him. If the player is working, you can sell him for a lot of money. I really like it. And I'm celebrating the way off. Then for the player, we will wait. 8 on 10, 7, 7, 8.5, 8, 3 or 4, 4 for Signal Freak, 6, 9, 7. Look, if I give you my rating, I would say for this is okay. This is at the moment not a quality signing, but this is a quantity signing. And for the way off, I would give it easy a 8.5. Easy. For the way off, for the fact that we need someone in terms of quantity, etc., etc. For quality, I would wait a bit because I can't give a 5 for a player that I don't know that much, because that's really honest. I can't give a 10 for a player that I don't know that much. So I would love to postpone my judgment on the sporting side. And we will see him really fast because he will travel with the team to Germany. Okay. The live is about to start, guys. In 8 minutes, let's now forget about Cabal, about Solé, about Mercato, at least until now, because we will come back on that maybe later, after the press conference, because now we go full mode press conference. So give me a second, guys. I need to take some water, and then we go here. If you want, from now on, until I come back, it's like 3 minutes, write me the question, if you were a journalist, that you would ask to Thiago Motta, and I will try to answer them, and then we will check if the answer that I gave you is the one of Thiago Motta. So it's now the moment, because then we will translate and we go only with that. Water, and I'm here. Give me a second. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here with some water. Actually, I found 2 empty ones. I already drink from it. Okay. So, the question. Beppe, one of my biggest questions from Motta would be that last year he played with a striker that's completely different from Vlahovic. So how will Vlahovic play under Motta? Good question. What a question, Josh. I start that question. I like that question a lot. A lot. If I was Motta on that one... No, I think that if there is that question, he will probably answer, I didn't meet Dusan Vlahovic yet. He will arrive probably tomorrow. And from tomorrow, we will see more in detail his qualities and how he can use. But Dusan Vlahovic is the number 9 of Juventus Football Club. A guy with immense qualities, immense potential that according to me already showed and can even improve more. That will be the answer of Thiago Motta. Another question. Which player from the next gen, not Advic, has impressed him the most so far? I think he will tell you Savona. But he will, if I was Motta, I would probably give you multiple names just so that everyone is happy. But I will probably say a lot of them are extremely impressive. I'm happy that we also have a really great collaboration with Montero, so that these guys are also ready in case of need to join the first team when needed. That will be the political answer of Motta. The question of Matthew, do you think your ideas will work at you? I hope he says yes, because if he says no, we have a big problem, guys. We have a big problem. Other question, depending on what he says, you might need something harder than water. Yeah. Other question, guys, questions, domande. Beppe, if Chiesa is willing to renew or not, that's a question that he will probably pass to Giuntoli. That's also why I'm really curious if a journalist will ask about Federico Chiesa. What made you decide to join Juve at the right place after so many clubs were interested? Fantastic question of Eric. And that's the question that they will ask. What attracted you by Juve to say yes to Juve, etc., etc.? I think he will answer, look, the history of the club. We don't discuss. When Juve is calling you, you go to Juve. Juve that, of course, had a few years of difficulty, but Juve that is launching a new project and being there since day one in a project like that, with all the trust that they gave me, really counting on me, I could only say yes. But good question. Good question. Now, I'm just guessing, because I don't know Thiago Motta and his behavior in press conference, especially not a presentation press conference. In football press conference, we can say that Thiago Motta is someone that speaks only about football, never speaks about Mercato, so I'm not expecting Mercato questions or answers from him. Our friend Andar Sofyan, great friend, why only 4 games? Is it enough for a preseason? Good question. And to be honest, it's actually 3.5, because that game in family, is it really a huge, big test in the Allianz Stadium? I don't know. Good question. Really good question. On that one, I have absolutely no idea. But that's a really good question. You know why? You know what he will say? In terms of timing, it's totally unnecessary to start the season, preseason earlier, with a lot of players that will probably not be in the first team, and starting to train, I mean, also tactically, games, etc., etc., without actually having the team at... It's a matter of timing. Wait, because we are 1 minute before start, so I will already test the audio, if this is working. For the people that are loyal to the channel, you know it, how it will go. I will translate live. So he speaks and I translate simultaneously. I just need from you to tell me from now on that I'm speaking. 3, 2, 1. If you hear the music of Juventus or not. If you don't hear it, it's great, because otherwise we'll have problems of copyright, unfortunately. I will try to show you an image from time to time, but I will not be able to show you the entire press conference, and especially not the sound, otherwise we will have some problem. No music, that's great, that's great. So we are 2 p.m., which means that if in 60 seconds he's not there, Thiago Motta is late. Will he be late or will he be on time? You have 30 seconds to answer. Will he be still late or on time? Late or on time, Thiago Motta, before we start. 542 people. Guys, maximum of like, you know, it costs you totally zero and it's helping the channel a lot, so I'm counting on your maximum of like, guys. Likes to the channel to make it bigger. On time, people are saying we have 15 seconds to go. On time, late, on time. Motta just late. Salvatore on time for Yash. Dragunj on time. Excited, definitely late. First, it will be, according to me, Giuntoli that will speak. Or probably we will know today. Adrien Rabiot is late. It's 1 past 2, which means that he's late. We wait. Put it here like that. We will wait for. We will know about Adrien Rabiot. I'm curious about Chiesa. I will write these names. Rabiot. Ah, he's there. Attenzione. Ooh la la, beautiful. Scannavino on his right side. He's in the middle, and Giuntoli to the left. Oh, questions only for the mister. There will not be questions to Giuntoli. Yeah. Scannavino starts. Good morning to everyone. Today is the day where we say officially welcome to our mister. A young coach, ambitious coach. Really determined. He wants to. He united us. He came to us after an important season to Bologna. That will help us to pursue and continue the growth of the team with sustainability and competitiveness. What are the two? Competitivity and sustainability are the two big words. We'll have 5 competitions where we will play with a lot of games. Yesterday we were looking at the calendar, and except of a few weeks, we will always have 2 games a week. We'll participate, as you know, on top of Coppa Italia, Serie A, Supercoppa, Champions League, also to the World Cup for clubs that will be played in USA between June and July, in a season where we want to be competitive at the max in all the competitions that we will participate without having any limits, and regarding Serie A as minimum objective in Serie A to reach the Champions League qualification. Pay attention to the words of Scannavino. Scannavino that is speaking, Scannavino is speaking now. We have a new organization of sport, Giuseppe Pompilio, Stefano Stefanelli, Claudio Chiellini, that will take care of the next gen, and that will work together with Montero, that is the coach of the next gen, Maximiliano Scaglia, that will take care of the under 20 with the new coach Magnanelli, and Gianluca Pessotto, that will be the technical coordinator of all the youth sector. On top of that, we have Michele Sbravati, that worked a lot at Genoa, that will be responsible for all the youth sector from the under 17 on top, and all the academy, and will take care of all the young talent of Juventus. I also want to mention the women sporting side. that Braghin Stefano will take care of. We have a new coach, Cansi, and Carola Coppa, that will be responsible for all the academy for the women. I will not speak that much longer because I want to give the word to Cristiano Giuntoli. So this was, of course, Scanavino. Now we listen to the words of Giuntoli. First of all, we want to say thank you to Thiago because he accepted the challenge. So I wish him the best. I wanted to make a point with you about Mercato. We already sold 4 players. Ealing, Barenechea, Moiskin, and Caio Jorge. 3 players arrived. Douglas Luiz, Di Gregorio, Thuram, and we hope to have also Cabal. Before starting, I wanted to do a few points. I heard about players out of the team. I want to precise that all the players are part of Juventus. All the players are good players and fantastic kids. At the end of the Mercato, we will study more and take some decision. We want to make a competitive team that always is looking for the finances as well. So there will still be movements. We still want to improve the team with 1 player per role. That's the max that we can do in this moment. And to end, I want to say thank you to Rabiot that his contract ended on the 30th of June, and we want to wish him the best professionally and non. Adrien Rabiot is officially not a player of Juventus anymore and will not be a player of Juventus anymore for 24-25. We will come back on the words, of course, but now we are about to start. Important words from Scanavino and from Giuntoli. Now all the questions, the first question, because no questions were asked yet, the question will go towards Thiago Motta. As you can see, Giuntoli and Scanavino, they left their spot, and now you have Thiago Motta that will speak. Okay. Thiago Motta, funny part, he was trying to find where the journalist was. Question of the journalist. What are your feeling about this first day here at Juventus, and what is your feeling about and your emotion about the fans? So, Thiago Motta, first of all, I want to say thank you to Maurizio Scanavino and Cristiano Giuntoli. I want to say thank you for your presence today. I am happy. I am contento, felice, so twice happy. I'm satisfied that I arrived today to become the coach of this historical club like Juventus, a club that is ambitious, and I believe that I have the conviction today that we are opening a really interesting cycle. The first day, I found a fantastic, beautiful structure with a lot of people with a lot of competence in their job. A lot of professional people that arrive for that journey. So thank you for that beautiful welcome also to the supporters that were really hot and warm. I'm extremely happy to be here together with you. Fabiana Della Valle, Gazzetta dello Sport, will ask a question. She wants to ask about the last few days, about Inzaghi, that wants to have a really strong, angry, hungry Inter, and Conte that wants to annoy everyone. What is your feeling? Thiago Motta, I want a proud Juve and happy Juve after every single game. That means that we did a big work and that we gave the max. That's something that I always want to see. The objectives. Ambitious club, historical club. I arrived, I believe, in the right moment. We are opening an interesting cycle. I'm happy to be here, present, and participate to that new cycle. What was the other question? Objectives today, the one that I have in mind is preparing ourselves really well. We are in an important moment of the season where we need to concentrate and focus at the max to do a really great preparation. And when the games will arrive, be ready to play against whatever team, whatever level at the max, to be able to compete in every single game. These are the objectives of today. Then later, we will see. Tutto Sport. Question of Tutto Sport. It's now already 10 days that you're working at Juve. What is the thing that surprised you the most? The thing that you were not expecting to see at Juventus? Is there something that really appealed to you, attracted you? And then, what do you want to do in these 3 years? So, Thiago Motta, yes, I was surprised. I didn't expect, arriving at a club like Juve is extremely fantastic, extremely prepared. But of course, it's always surprising when you are watching us all the structure to do the work at the max of our possibilities. And I'm extremely happy about that. Then the 3 years that will come, we will face them day by day with a lot of enthusiasm, with extremely a lot of positive energy, and trying to play as much as possible games, because that means that we are doing extremely well. Calcio News question. Juventus is a big team, a big club where you need to win. This is an obligation at Juve to stay at Juve for long. Do you feel responsible for the challenge that you took? That Juventus needs to win with you. How do you feel about that? About Thiago Motta. Obrigado. So, Thiago Motta, the concept of winning and to need to win, I'm totally agree with, like all the big teams, it doesn't change. I am tranquillo, relaxed. I feel a lot of responsibility, but it's a beautiful responsibility. If I think today at the spot I have, the role I have, I would not change it with anybody. I would love to share that enthusiasm with everyone, because I want to play every single game at the max, and I want to play as many games as possible. So, positivity. The visit of Janelkan was really appreciated. I spoke earlier about responsibility. It is a beautiful responsibility. Coaching that big club, then day by day, game by game, our objective is doing well our job. Sky Sport, welcome to Torino. Question from Sky Sport, Paolo Agemo. The importance of leadership. How do you imagine Dusan Vlahovic, not only technically, but also from a leadership point of view? Thiago Motta. First of all, criticism is part of our job and we need to accept it. Vlahovic is a good player, a big player. But of course, the talent needs a team, and a team needs a spirit of a team. Then when this works, I believe that these talents, they improve by themselves. And I have no doubt that him and other players that we have, with the team functional, will do a beautiful season. We knew it about the question of Dusan Vlahovic. You as a player were coached by Gasperini, by Mourinho. Two total different coaches. I'm asking you how your past as a player and your experience with different coaches will help you to try to implement a new mentality at Juventus without forgetting the vincere è l'unica cosa che conta. Thiago Motta, on the concept of winning, I totally agree. I already said it earlier. That concept, more and more we go with the days, we'll continue to implement it. We will not stop it. Then Mourinho, Gasperini were really great coaches for me. Really competent coaches. They always did well in all their career. I have been lucky. It has been a privilege to work with these two, but also with other coaches. I had the privilege as a player to work with them, to improve, to learn, and also to transmit, because they were able to transmit that passion of coaching. So I really want to thank them. I took a bit from all of them, and now I have my own vision, my own idea, and I will go straight, because I'm convinced that with my vision, we will do really well. Convinced, attenzione, Gianni Balzarini, Mediaset. Earlier you spoke about quality players, and you referred to Dusan Vlahovic. Can we also refer to Federico Chiesa? Attenzione, Thiago Motta. Here at Juventus, it's a high level. We have only big players, and it is like that also for Chiesa. Short answers about the individuals. Other question. Romeo Agresti. The captain bent at Bologna, a lot of players were taking them. What about Juve? Will you use the same way of doing? Thiago Motta. Here at Juventus today we have a big captain. That is Danilo. I would have loved to have him already today here at La Continassa, but he needs to rest. He needs to take some holiday, and he needs to be here 100% ready, physically and mentally. Then, when we will all be together, we will speak with all of them, and we'll speak about that topic in the right moment. But at today, I'm extremely happy to have a player like Danilo as a captain, and I'm extremely happy to have him as soon as possible, because I can't wait to have him also really totally prepared for that new season. Other question. Yildiz. That Yildiz didn't arrive yet. What do you think about that player? And how do you see him on the field? Is it more like a left winger, like a trequartista, like a second striker, like a falso 9? How do you see him? Thiago Motta. I met him 2 days ago actually. Looks like a fantastic kid. Like all of the people already told me about him. On the field, from what I saw, he can play whatever role. When you want, when you have availability and the will, especially the will to grow, when you already have the talent, you can only help the team, you can only grow. Pay attention, because these are important words. These are important words. Remind me about Yildiz. What about Sule? How do you find him, and do you want to continue to trade him? Thiago Motta. Today he's part of the group. And he's training really well. Like our sporting director Giuntoli said earlier, he is a player of Juventus today. The only thing that I can tell you is that at the moment he's training extremely well. Other question. About Rabiot. Did you hear yourself, or did you already understand a few weeks ago that it would not continue? Thiago Motta. About Adrien, as a friend, I would be extremely happy if he will be happy somewhere else. I know him since really long, and I wish him absolutely the best. He didn't answer, eh? He spoke as a friend, not as a coach. Question about the competition. Pay attention to that moment. Remember me later that moment. Thiago Motta, game by game. All the games are important. The most important is the motivation that we will put in every single game, whatever the competition, whatever the opponent. That's why we really have to focus now on preparing a season, because the question of the journalist was, is there a competition where you will push a bit more than another one? And he said, no, I love that. Nicola Balice. What is missing to this Juventus to go back to fight until the end for the Scudetto? And then about the characteristic of the players from this team, which one is the one that could play as a trequartista? Thiago Motta. The first thing, I come back to what I said earlier. At the moment, we need to focus on preparing to do a really well preparation so that we will be ready when the season will start to play every single game. Trequartista, to me, the midfielders, they need to do everything. The midfielders, they need to defend, they need to attack, they need to play, they need to go at contrast, they need to score. Who already know the game, they know that we have already really strong midfielders, and the one that we can potentially have at the end of this mercato. I think that the midfielders, they should be able to do everything. About Miretti, you saw the contract extension. Thiago Motta, where he can improve on everything. He's young. But I can tell you that he has a really great mind. He's really focused on his job, that is playing football. I'm extremely happy for his contract extension. I don't believe that he signed a contract yesterday, but he signed a huge responsibility to continue to represent the club as Juventus. He will give us a big hand for sure. Oh, that's beautiful. What a poet. He didn't sign a contract, but he signed a responsibility to continue to represent Juve. Other question. Thiago Motta. We have all modern players. We have really strong players, and I don't tell you only because I watch them. Of the one I watch, I can't wait to also have the other ones that needs to still arrive. I didn't say that they all have to be useful for the game in all different roles. That's not what I said, that they need to do everything. But it's true that today we don't have a lot of phenomena in the world. It's not speaking about Juve only. In the world, we don't have only phenomena. So the players that we have, they need to do multiple things, or being able to do multiple things. And these go back to the words that we already said about Thiago Motta. I will come back on them later. Douglas Luiz is a big player. We did a big job to have him here with us. He's a player from the Brazilian national team. A player that did an important season, that also reached Champions League with Aston Villa. A team that was not sure to go to Champions League. He participated in all the games. He scored. It means that he's a complete player in this particular moment that will easily adapt in our game. I see him in the midfield, higher and lower, also in the same game. He needs to be able to change role in the defensive role, depending of the teams that we are facing. He will also do some defensive phase. He will also do the defender in the midfield. Juventus ended question from the journalist. At 20 points from Inter last season, Thuram, Douglas Luiz, Cabal, Di Gregorio, and also Thiago Motta in his ideas. Do you think it's enough to close the gap with Inter and fight with the Scudetto, or will you need other players to close that gap? Thiago Motta, the past is the past and it remains there. Of course, we give a look at it, but we don't need to think about it anymore. We need to think about from today until the future. Focus, total focus in preparing. That's what I already said. And when the games will start, Serie A, Coppa Campione, Champions League, Coppa Italia, and the other competitions that we will have, we need to be ready to face all the games at the max. And that we need to show also that we compete in every competition. Oh, and then he spoke about the player, but I don't know who he said. It's not a player. I think it was about Koopman. I said, it's not my player. I don't speak about other players from other teams. Other question, but I don't know. I'm not sure the player that he spoke. But anyway, he doesn't speak about players that are not his players. Are you enjoying the live translation, guys? Oh, guys, I need to read a bit of motivation there in the chat. Die. A bit of likes, a bit of for the members. A bit a lot of TM. Thiago Motta is answering to a journalist. Is saying because the journalists were speaking about a lot of negative points, and Thiago Motta said, "You only said only negative points. You didn't even mention one positive point." Thiago Motta, no alibis, no excuses. We know how it is when we start a season, when we start a competition, that we need a lot of positivity to start. Finally, I see the chat active. Finally. Oh, I put 1 second pause. Did you hear what Thiago Motta said? Stop with your negativity. Only negativity. Not only one positive things. When we start, we need to be positive. We need to think about the beautiful things. We need to think about positivity. Working, etc. We'll come back. But positivity, ragazzi, positivity. Think about it. Basta negativity. Mamma mia, sometimes I read you, depressed face, crying, it's negative, and we're this, and this. Mamma mia, disaster. Grande Thiago Motta. We continue. I press play. Journalists, are you changing something? Are you changing something in the preparation? Because there will be an added competition at the end, June, July, with that Club World Cup. Thiago Motta. It's a new season for everyone, but at today, nothing changed. Our preparation is the same as always. Preparing to be ready at the first game, that's our objective. And then we go game by game by game by game. In a long season like that one, how much can next-gen player help? And how did you see Adzic? Thiago Motta, beautiful answer. They will give us a lot of support. I'm sure about that. We will be 23-24 starters in first team to play a lot of games. It will be a good, healthy competition every single week to understand who will start. Vasilije is an interesting player. I'm extremely happy from what I saw until now. Mini smile. Regardless of his age, and I never look at the age, but he's training extremely well. He has a lot of physical strength, good technique, but especially mentally, I see him prepared and ready. He shows that he's at the level. We will see. It depends only from him if he will play with us or not, or if we will have to wait for him or not. But my first impressions, is that we brought home an important player, or at least a player that could become an important player. Mamma mia! Musica, ragazzi, musica! 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 It depends on him. It's over. Press conference is over. Grazie. Thiago Motta. He will probably take a picture now with Scannavino, with Giuntoli. Scannavino, Giuntoli, ready to take the picture. I love it. I love it. Now we will go for the big debrief. I'm just waiting. Official picture. It's a beautiful moment. I can maybe show you up. Look at that. The official picture here. Ta-ta, cha-cha, cha-cha, cha-cha. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Scannavino laughing. Ah, c'est fini. Woo! How much? 30 minutes. 30 minutes. My ears are sweating. I just come out of the shower. My ears are sweating. I love the press conference. First feeling, I personally, telling you the truth, I loved the press conference of Thiago Motta. I really loved it. We learned a lot of things. We heard a lot of things confirmed from what we already thought. He repeated a lot of things. There were some beautiful answers. We heard Scannavino. We heard Giuntoli. We heard Thiago Motta. Thank you for not interrupting that much. I just saw a few insults here and there in the chat when Rabiot's topic was mentioned, but I saw also some loyal, great people from the chat that were telling the new people, stop, chill with the insults, because, you know, while I'm concentrated to try to write a few words, to remember myself, to listen, to live translate, because I try to really translate word by word as fast as I can. It's difficult to manage the chat. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here together with me. But again, the chat has been on fire and fantastic. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Also, thank you to our friend that offered a membership, Francisco Rivera. Now, the question of all the questions. What is the only thing, you have one thing that you can take with you home from this press conference? What is the thing that you take with you home? One topic, one word, one sentence, one topic, one. Is it Adzic? Is it Rabiot? Is it the competitions? Is it the preparation? Is it the fact that we didn't speak about Mercato? Is it the fact that Giuntoli said we want to target still one player more per role? There are a lot of topics there. No, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you. So I try to read you. The confidence of Motta for Loco 27. It's a beautiful one. I like that one. That Yildiz can play every role. Ambitious is the world of Thomas Makluf. The positivity. We have a vision. Adzic, the responsibility. That sentence about Miretti. He didn't sign a contract. Miretti didn't sign a contract, but he signed a responsibility to continue to represent Juventus. This one. Can we burn it somewhere in the walls? You don't sign a contract. You sign responsibility. I will come back in all the details, but I just want to underline that one. Because, ragazzi, I'm not a football player. I am not a coach of Juventus. I am not the sporting director. I am not in the management. I am not live in the creator lab. I'm not important for Juventus, but I promise you, and this is true, that when I signed my very first contract with Juventus to work for Twitch and social media, I can promise you that when I was signing the contract, I was emotional and I was really aware mentally and a bit shaking as well, because this is how I felt. For me, I didn't win a Twitch contest, or I didn't win just I will be there and I will start my content creator career. For me, it was really, from now on, I will, in a way, every time that I speak, that I do, I will, in a way, represent Juve, and I can do or well, or I can really damage Juventus' image because of stupid words, because of stupid behaviors. And I'm happy that Thiago Motta, that is my age, is a few months younger than me, is using these words. I really, really, really appreciated these ones. We have messages from a donation from Isam Al Helwani. Thank you for the donation, my friend. Thank you for everything, Beppe. I wish you the best. No, thank you. Thank you. Today I try to go fast over your messages, but I try to read them. Thank you, Isam. Thank you to Ayman. Thank you really for your donation. Greetings from Lebanon. So good start for the season with a positive and confident demeanor of calm coach. I hope we have a solid season. Thank you. Thank you to Ayman for watching us from probably USA, I believe, or Lebanon. I don't know, maybe both. Maybe he's in USA, traveling, maybe Lebanon. Thank you, Ayman. Really, really appreciate it. And I agree with you. Continuing to read you. Beppe, Juve on Twitter. Yeah, probably they send a message for Rabiot. Do you want to tackle Rabiot first so that we can move on? We can, huh? We can, if you want. Thank you, Adrien Rabiot. Thank you, Adrien Rabiot. This is the message. Guys, is it a surprise? No. Has already been anticipated yesterday by a lot of insiders, by journalists, has been said by Cristiano Giuntoli. What is my opinion about that? My opinion never changed on players of Juventus. I support the players that are under contract with Juventus Football Club. I support the players that are under contract of Juventus Football Club, like I support the players, the coaches that are there, the management that is there. That doesn't mean that they are perfect, huh? But I will defend them and I will support them and I will wish them the best until the last day that they are under contract with Juventus Football Club. Then, the players that are leaving, some of them, I will continue to wish them the best. Most of them, to be honest, most of them. Why? Because I believe that players, coaches, persons, the people that you don't see that are behind the scenes, they are giving a lot for the club. Sometimes they succeed in doing fantastic things, sometimes they don't, but the people, they give a lot and they are part of our history. It's a bit like when I buy the shirts with the names of players on them. If they leave, I don't burn the shirts, Quadrado, Morata, etc., etc. I'm proud that they were part of our history and I always respect them and I keep them. I'm extremely happy to have them in my collection. Well, this is the thing. About Rabiot, guys, I don't know how the discussion went. Was it Juve that was not offering enough? Was it Juve that offered more than enough and he didn't say yes? Was it him that actually didn't take a decision enough? Was it maybe the change of management where he didn't find a great affinity with in Giuntoli, and while he was really finding a fantastic one with Manna in the past? I don't know the details. One thing is sure is, and I said it for every single player, if you are not 100% convinced, if the club is not 100% convinced about you, if you don't have that fire inside, that conviction that you want to stay, that you want to extend, that you want to represent Juventus, there is the door. And I'm speaking about players like Zinedine Zidane, like so many players in our history. Some decided to stop their career really young, a la Platini. Some decided to leave. Some decided to end their career with us, like a Pavel Nedved, and saying no to other clubs. Some decided to go to bigger clubs and they were not able to find bigger clubs, and at the end they ended in smaller clubs. Bobovieri stayed 1 year with us and then he left. If you're not, and then he regretted, by the way. If you're not 100% convinced in that particular moment, it's better to not continue together. If you're speaking about the technical, tactical side, Adrien Rabiot showed great things at Juventus, showed also less good things at Juventus. I personally believe that Rabiot could have found his spot here at Juventus. On the other side, as I didn't want Morata back for a 3.0, I believe that this Juventus is focusing on something extremely important, in creating a total new Juventus and cutting totally with the past. Tognozzi, Manna, that were two extremely great professionals, and they left. A lot of players are leaving. We see the mercato, how we are moving. Juventus is doing great things. A lot of things are changing, everything. The management totally changed. The board members totally changed. Juventus is cutting with the past. And a Rabiot that had a really strong link also with Massimiliano Allegri. It's a new Juventus. We continue. Then, if the strategy that Juventus Football Club is taking of saying goodbye to a lot of players, a Szczesny, don't forget about Szczesny, a Rabiot, etc., where you will miss a bit of players that were there and that could show a bit of leadership at Juventus Football Club, that's something that we will discover in the future. So, I agree with the choice of not continuing with Rabiot from Juventus side. I back it up. I wish him the best, but there is one thing that I just want to add on that one before continuing, and probably not speaking that much about the Rabiot anymore, probably in a video and then stop because he's not a player anymore. One thing is that I have had the opportunity to meet a lot of players of Juventus in live, in backstage before the live, post live. Some players followed me. Some players are discussing sometimes with me. I went to La Continassa a few times. I can tell you that if I need to speak about human side, I'm not speaking about football side. In human side, Adrien Rabiot will be and will forever be a player that I will respect a lot from a human perspective. Fantastic person, not only appreciated by Beppe, but appreciated from a human point of view from all the people that worked and work at Juventus Football Club, from his human side, from the way that he's interacting with people, putting himself at the same level, being available. I was at La Continassa one time. He messaged me, Beppe, I see on Instagram that you are here. Where are you? He came, asked me about my family, my father, so many things, taking the time without being in a rush. Sometimes we have distorted visions, and I'm speaking about the human perspective, of some players that we are praising and we are putting as idols that probably don't deserve to be treated like that, while other players that on a human, and I insist on the human side, are disrespected, like a Morata, for example. Disrespected a lot, while probably they deserve from a human values to be respected. That's what I wanted to say about Adrien Rabiot. But that's not what we are here, because the thumbnail, the title, what we just experienced was the first press conference of Thiago Motta, the words of Giuntoli, where I'm extremely, extremely happy about. So we turn the page and we move on. We move on. We move on. So there is someone, Juve for life, that thank you, Jamie Caruana that just tweeted. It's really appreciated, by the way. Just tweeted here. Guys, this Juventus YouTuber is the best one. GJustjuve. Thank you. You're probably watching while I'm talking, so really, thank you. Okay, guys. Oh! What do we speak about? Do you want to still give a few things about what we heard, or can we finally speak about Juventus Football Club? Which I'm happy to speak about. This is a good one. This new Juventus seems direct and I love it. Gerardo. Look, I agree. One thing I understand is by Solé. Yeah. Beppe, I will miss the wig. We will need to find another player where we can put the wig on for Rabiot. When do you receive the jersey? Do you do an unboxing? Yeah, it's a rush, but I didn't even receive at the moment the notification that they are treating it. So it's not even arrived to UPS. I start to be now really annoyed by that thing. Giuntoli, we want to sign at least 3 players. Can we start with that one? Is it a done deal, Cabal? Well, he did his medical, but no, it's not a done deal because the done deal will arrive later today. I just need to understand one thing. We want to sign 1 player in every role. At least 3 new signing. Is he counting the one of Cabal? No. Cabal is already done deal. We are speaking about 3 new players. Actually, 3 new players is not a lot. It's not a lot. Because if we have 3 new players, who are these 3 players? Todibo or someone for him. Koopmeiners or someone for him. And Sancho or someone for him. Adeyemi, Sancho, whatever. What do we miss? If we go with 3 players only, we miss probably someone on the right side as a right back. We miss someone to back up Yildiz on the left. We miss a vice Vlahovic. Did he say the word 3 or not? Now, guys, because I translate live. Did he say the word we want to sign at least 3? Or did he say we want to sign 1 player in every role? Let me try to check what Juventus tweeted about it. They are not reporting it, huh? Juventus is not reporting it. He said the word 3. It will be more. Not that I don't believe Cristiano Giuntoli, but if I put the glasses on of Cristiano, I can tell you it will be more than 3. I see my friend Vito that is in the chat as well. Méritocratie, Beppe, pas d'âge, que les capacités, je ne regarde pas l'âge, je regarde le présent. Forza Thiago Motta. Ciao Beppone. Merci Vito. I told you already, go and follow Vito on Twitter, especially for the financial part explanation, the books, because he's a accountant that is able to explain us. Go and follow it. Vito, I show you his profile on Instagram. Speaking French, but Twitter is easy. You push the translation button and you already have everything that he's saying. Look, this is the sentence that Vito took from all of the sentences that he heard. He said, I don't look at the age. He's referring to Adzic. I today watched the non-verbal of Thiago Motta that was extremely serious, extremely aware of the responsibility that he has, extremely focused, and that was never smiling. Not a lot. If he smiled a few times, not that much in 30 minutes. One of the times where he was about to smile and he held himself was when he spoke about Adzic. There was that question, actually it's the last question. What do you think about the next gen? what do you think about Adzic? About the next gen, he said, and that's an important part, I don't know if you noticed or not, we will have a team of 23, 24 starters. You remember when we told you, forget about the extra large team. It will not happen. Yes, we play 5 competition, but we don't go with the extra large team. We go with 3 goal... Ah, putain! You know why this happened? Because I said 3 goalkeepers and Szczesny's pissed off. Because Szczesny said we are 4. I didn't leave yet. I didn't leave. We are 3.5 goalkeepers because Szczesny is with 1 feet out. With all the respect, you know that I love tech. But yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. But 3 goalkeepers and then 2 players per role. That's what we always said here on the channel. And Thiago is confirming it. We are 23, 24 starters that will have healthy competition during the week to understand who will start. Also a principle of the Thiago Motta that we always repeat here. There is no starter yet at Juventus Football Club. There is no starter anymore. I believe that in the teams of Thiago Motta, you can go with like 3 starters. That also they rotate, but 3 starters. All the other ones, they don't have a guaranteed spot. They will have to fight in the week, which is beautiful because you have a healthy one. On top of that, because we have that many competitions, who will be the players that will fill in these roles? And that's where you go towards what we always stated, the big resources that we have thanks to our next gen, thanks to that beautiful relationship between Montero and Thiago Motta, of having the next gen players. And then he said about Adzic, and that's where he has a halfway smile. Adzic, he calls him Vasilije. And pay attention, because now we go towards the details that probably a lot of you were not being able to spot. How did he call Scanavino and Giuntoli? He called them Maurizio and Cristiano. How did he call Adzic? He called him Vasilije. He's calling people by their name, not their family name, not their surname, their name. If he meets me, he will probably say Beppe, not Bognanni. For me, it's a bit more normal, but when he didn't say, I want to say thank you for the presence of Laddi Scanavino and head of football Giuntoli, which shows that we are entering a new generation of coaches. For you, maybe it's a small step, but it's a big leap for humanity, what we are doing here, to refer to the moon. It's a big generational change. We are speaking about a coach that is a few months younger than me. He says Maurizio, he says Cristiano, he says Vasilije, because he has that familiar approach, much closer, less hierarchical. That's important. That's really important. Marco Puschedo, if you want about Cabal, yesterday we made a video about it, and here in the first 40 minutes before the start of the press conference, we spoke about Cabal. No, because if I start speaking about Cabal today, the only thing that we know is that later today will be an official player. Important. And then he said, stop with smiling. But you saw the light on his face of Thiago Motta. He started to really see the light because he sees there a fantastic player. A player. What is the most important thing that he said about Vasilije? That Vasilije mentally is already there. Before all the other things, he said strong physically, a really good technique, but mentally he's mature. He shows that he's ready. And then I don't look at the age. I look at what they are doing. Now, pay attention, because it's now extremely, extremely, extremely easy to go and compare. Thiago Motta said, of course, the past is the past. We can't forget the past. But now it's today. And we check at today and we'll build up towards the future. So let's not start to take all the sentence that he said and comparing with Max Allegri. This is a game that I will not play here. Because if really we want to, first of all, we need to see the acts of Thiago Motta. And you know, it was my first choice on the field with Juve. In the good moment, but also, and especially, and hopefully they will never arrive, but if they arrive in the difficult moments. Who will play in difficult moments? Because it's easy with words. And we wait for these facts. Then if you want to speak about the young players that were played by Max Allegri, we can go and we have a list. Some occasionally, some absolutely not enough, some deserved more playing time, some played a lot. But there is one common point with both of them. They said, Max Allegri said exactly the same. We don't look at age, we look if they are already ready mentally. And some players are not. But now, if we stop comparing with a next coach, because that's an exercise that I don't like, we can say that Thiago Motta, we saw the smile, we saw the light on his face on Adzic. And since a few days here, what are we saying? That there is one player above all of them that extremely impressed, and it's him. And then he's putting the responsibility on him. He looks ready, but now it depends on him. If he will wait longer, if he will play immediately, if he will go back and not, it depends on him. And I like that. Equal chances for everyone. I like that. What else did he say? What else did he say? I need to... I'm here at the beginning. We are opening a really interesting new cycle. Important. Scannavino. Happy for the Mister. Welcome to the Mister. And then he said, our objectives are competing in every single competition. If we're speaking about Serie A only, the main objective is to qualify to Champions League. Now, I didn't check social media yet, honestly. I didn't have the time. I didn't, while he was speaking about it, I was not able to follow all your words about it. What is your opinion about Scannavino that said it? Wait, vogliamo essere competitivi e non porci limiti. We want to be competitive and we don't want to put ourselves limits. As minimal objective in Serie A, the qualification to the next Champions League. Yeah, I will speak about Yildiz. I will come back on Yildiz, guys. I will come back on Yildiz. What is your opinion about Scannavino words on qualification? Exact the same things as last year. Can you tell me? Because last year it was a total shame, disaster, not acceptable. I want to see if it's changing now.
It's time.
So again, no Scudetto. That's the first one that spoke. Okay, I will repeat. Because then people... We want to be competitive and not set limits, having minimum objective in the Serie A of achieving qualification to Champions League. Can someone tell me what this means? We want to be competitive and set no limits. It's a minimum objective. Like last year, that you liked it or not, but last year we were in a toxic environment. Today we are in a positive environment. It's exactly the same words. It's exactly the same words. We want to be, in the beginning of the season, competitive in all the competitions without limits. What does that mean, without limits? Without limits is, if we can, we win the Serie A, we win the Coppa Italia, we win the Supercoppa, we win the World Cup for Club, we win the Champions League. This is no setting limits. You go and try to win everything. You try to win it all. But minimal in Serie A, and we don't know how Serie A will go. But the minimal is Champions League qualification. What does that mean? If today Scanavino says, we need to win the Scudetto, Thiago Motta is doing a fantastic job, but he loses the Scudetto, he's out. He's out. A club, and I know you don't like to hear what I'm telling you, there is a big shift in the romantic side and the past with today's world. In the past, the sporting result were impacting and the consequence of a big club. No, and were impacting becoming a big club. So more you were doing better on the field, better you became as a sporting club. And you became a sporting club. Today, it's the way around, and you're obliged to. Today, you are a company, and better you are doing as a company, better your sporting result could potentially be. Not always, because... And that's the thing. Financially, it's vital, it's crucial to continue to qualify for Champions League. If you don't qualify to Champions League, c'est fini la fête. It's over the party, forget about it. And that's what we see here. But of course, we need to win. Of course, we need to compete. Of course, we need to try to win. The Scudetto, the Coppa Italia, every single competition. Trying. The words of Thiago Motta after that one were important. When he started, after saying thank you, of course, he spoke about the structures, and we saw him, how incredible it is. Was he surprised? Not that much, because it's you, but when you're facing them, when you're watching, of course you are a bit surprised. You're proud of what you're seeing. He's proud to be there, having that responsibility to be there in a big club like Juventus. He spoke about his objectives today. The objectives of Thiago Motta are to prepare to be ready for game one. And then I loved the words of Thiago Motta where he says, we need to prepare with one objective. That after every single game, we need to be proud of ourselves and happy. Because that means that we gave everything we had in ourselves. We need to be prepared for the first game of the season. And from there on, we look game by game, by game, by game, by game. What does that mean? That we don't look at the level of the opponents. We don't look at the level of the competition. He smiled at a certain moment and with his head he said no. Before the question was finished, when he received the question, with all the questions that you will play, will you go for one competition a bit more favorite than the other one? He said no. At Juventus you don't choose. You don't choose a competition. You need to perform well in every single competition. You need to honor that shirt. So important words from him. Today's stars are made off the pitch and on screen. I miss the old ways. Beppe players were just judged by performance of character. It's part of the game. Beppe, what about the ball in the final picture? What? I saw the ball that they took with them, but honestly, I didn't pay attention to that specific detail. You see the ball here. Is there something special with the ball? Except that it's the new ball of 24-25 Juve, not of Serie A, Juve. Is there special that I didn't see? He didn't speak about court manners. About Yildiz, I told you, remind me about Yildiz. He said, I met him, and also there, he said, intelligent guy, mature guy, fantastic guy, from what I watched, because he already studied the players. The ball at the center of the project. Beautiful. I didn't pay attention to that. That, j'aime bien. That I love. You see? You see why I need you to chat? Because you are great. Because you see things. I see a lot, huh? But then I need you. Without you guys, it's over at GJustjuve. La balle au centre du projet. The ball in the center of the field. Because, you know what's stupid? I continue to repeat you that since now the day of the announcement of Thiago Motta, his exams as a coach, the teaser, etc., the training session, and then there is something as obvious as that, and I don't see it. Disaster. It's true. Beautiful picture. I was telling you about Yildiz. He smiles, big player, and then he says something. Trequartista, winger. You remember I told you, I'm not sure if he will stay there on the left for a long time, Yildiz, or only. He said he can play everywhere. A player with that talent, a player with that, can do everything. Can play trequartista, can play on the left, can play on the right, can play. If a player has the availability, se un giocatore è disponibile, if a player is available, they want to give, they can do everything. If he has that positivity in mind, if they want to go, they can do everything. Of course, that answer arrived right after the answers about Federico Chiesa, where there was 3 words about Chiesa. There were 3 words about Chiesa. What were the words? As I already told about Dusan Vlahovic, Chiesa is also him an important player. That's it. Huh? And then about Yildiz, he speaks with a paragraph, speaking about his role, about his intelligence, about his availability, about that the words are reported by Juve because it was a bit longer. But ho visto Yildiz 2 giorni fa. I met Yildiz 2 days ago. As everyone already told me about it, he is a fantastic guy, and these are really literally words. Un ragazzo fantastico, fantastic guy, kid. Let's say kid. He can do whatever role. If you have the will and the availability, then when you have this talent, there is absolutely no problem to play in any zone on the field. Of course, we spoke here about how many times about Federico Chiesa. But it's playing 20 centimeters more on the right. He's playing 20 centimeters a bit more on the wing. But he's playing as a left back. But he's playing, no, he doesn't like to play in a 3-5-2. But this, but this, but this, but this, but this, but I don't like. And the face, and not happy, not tracking back, and this, and tracking too much back. Oh, this is what I want to read. This is what I see in Yamal, that how many times at the Euro he came back to support Spain when they needed it. This is what I want to see from Nico Williams. This is what I want to see from a Musiala. These are the players that did a fantastic Euro, that are not complaining to play. This is, and sorry to say, but Thiago Motta, where did he play? Unfortunately, at Inter of Mourinho. And who was playing as a left back or right back? I don't remember. Left back, I believe. In Champions League. In Serie A. Tell me the name of a player that Thiago Motta watched with his own eyes. The availability to sacrifice for the team. And playing well on top of that. And not complaining. Give me the name. If you're old enough to remember. Tell me the name. Tell me the name. Tell me the name. Bravo. Bravo. Bravi. You are more than one that guessed it. Eto'o, he watched him live, going for il triplete, winning all the cups at disposal. It's Eto'o. Even Mandzukic did it with Juve, but Mandzukic was not playing with Thiago Motta. So I'm speaking about when he was at Inter in 2010. watching it. Eto'o playing as a left back, sacrificing for the team without complaining and winning the Champions League. So he can use that example to a lot of players. And when a player wants to, they can do. Because the technique, you can dribble a man where you want. Of course, if you are just in front of the goalkeeper, you take more responsibility on it. It's more dangerous to do it. Of course, it's more dangerous to do it. It's more stupid sometimes to do it there. But the technique is the same. If you can dribble, you can dribble everywhere. Oh, ragazzi, are we joking now? If you can score, you can score. And that's important. Drogba. There are so many players play out of position doing fantastic things. Huh? Oh. I'm not angry. No, I'm excited. I'm excited, Khaled. I'm not angry. I'm super excited. Because it's true. No, because a lot of time we blame other people, and then because we like a bit more, we don't take responsibility. We don't want to share, because it's never 100% the player, it's never 100% the coach, it's never 100% the management. It's a team all together. What else did we hear in that press conference? Midfielders, they need to do everything. They need to defend, they need to attack, they need to play, they need to create, they need to score. Douglas Luiz, extremely happy about Douglas Luiz. Then about the captain, attenzione, extremely happy about Danilo. He wanted to have him immediately here for the importance of the player. But he didn't say 100% it will be Danilo. He didn't say 100% I will start again to give it to a lot of players. We don't know if Danilo will be a starter or not. I think it all depends on the course of the mercato. I really liked game by game. This is what Juventus in year one needs to do. Game by game and positivity. Positivity. I like that part of the press conference where he said to a journalist, but you're always negative. You're only speaking about negativity. Can we speak about something positive, please? Can we do that? Would be nice. What is happening? Okay. Welcome. Welcome, Juventini of the world. Oh, I didn't expect that. So while I was talking, a lot of people discovered the channel. We were, before starting, 572, so 31,572. We are 31,626. Now my question is, where were you? Where were you in these 4 years? So how much can we calculate? That's more than 50 new Juventini. Where were you in 4 years and a half? You didn't find YouTube. You didn't install YouTube on your phone. What happened with 50 new Juventini? Where were you? It's an important question there. Huh? Where were you? I'm happy. Finally. What convinced you to today say, Beppe, we subscribe? Basta. It's already 4 years that we watch you, but today we subscribe. Like Blood Junkie. I want to know in 1 minute when Blood Junkie will be able to read where he's from and why. Give me, Blood Junkie, why you decided to subscribe to the channel today. And then we can continue to speak. We need to wait 1 minute, and then we need. They got no internet. That could be also. The positive aspect of this Juventus team will be that we will have more attacking sides. Yeah. And live, I have a meeting. Eira, I follow Thiago to Juve. Oh, look at that. I follow Thiago to Juve. So before that, Eira was a Bologna supporters, I assume. Hey, because you're a top Juve fan and I am as well. That's the best answer. Can you tell me Bremer will adapt to a 4-man defense? That has always been my big question. I thought that it could have been really easy with a left foot player like Calafiori next to him. If a Todibo arrives, can also play on the left in the four-man defense. How much will he be able to adapt? Question. I'm not putting the qualities of Bremer in doubt about his man marking, etc., etc. But he will need to work. Yes, I convinced that he will be able to do it. I'm convinced about that. But without a Calafiori or a player left foot a la Calafiori, maybe it will take a bit more time. You are just the best. Thank you. They were waiting for Allegri to go. Could be, Could be. This is the only channel that translates the press conference. Could be. I think the 50 were searching for that and found Beppe. Logical answer, Sam. What else from that press conference, guys? I know that now we start to repeat ourselves, or should we stop there, make a video about it later this evening, and speaking about random things for 15 more minutes? With all your questions. Press conference, Mercato or not, without repeating ourselves. Cabal, we already spoke. We just wait for official news. Rabiot, we spoke. Dusan renewal. At the moment, there were some talks. They didn't find anything, so let's wait. Egypt from 1999. I have seen many ups and downs from Juve, but the past years were the worst, to be honest. Hopefully Motta can do something about it. More than only Motta, Blood Junkie, I would say Juventus. Because only Motta, he can't do miracle. He can't walk on water. He can't transform water in wine. He can't split, because you're from Egypt, he can't split the water in two. I'm speaking about that because remember, Moise, that left Juventus Football Club, but he was able in Egypt. Attenzione. Colo! Grandissimo Colo! They're saying Giuntoli mentioned 3 signings, Beppe. Your prediction who they will be? He said 1 signing per role. He said we want to do 3 more because that's what we are able to do at the moment. I think that is lying. I think there will be more. I think there will be more because if you sign Todibo, it makes me laugh. It really makes me I can't. Do you know where is that laugh coming from? Dai, who can tell? It's easy. You should know. You should know. From which anime manga is it coming from? One Piece. Not from me. It's one grande. Finally, Valky. It's One Piece. It's One Piece. Do Flamingo. One more time. Love it. If you go with Todibo, if you go with Cope Manners, hey, you have one. Where do you put him? You go for the right fullback, and then what do you do up front? What do you do up front? Because we are not enough. So we need more than 3. And we will have more than 3. Otherwise, we are not complete. Or we play with a 4-4-2. Milik stays. Chiesa stays. I think it will be Cabal plus 5. If we are able to do what we want in terms of selling. Cabal plus 5. What I think today. No, I don't think. We mentioned it earlier. He wants 23, 24 players, and the rest will be filled by next gen, Comenencia, Savona, Muharemovic, Rui, etc., etc., etc. So, Pepe, do you think it's possible that Motta plays without winger? That's what I'm telling you. Yeah, maybe we go towards indeed a 4-3-1-2, and you don't go for co-planners, and your two players behind the two strikers are Yildiz and Adzic. Could be, or it could be, you give power to the youth, and you find just another striker. And then you go with Locatelli, Fagioli, Douglas Luiz, Kefren Thuram, and Fagioli, Locatelli, Kefren Thuram, Douglas Luiz, Miretti, Nicolussi, Hans Nicolussi, could be, yeah, it could be that you go towards a 4-3-1-2, 4-3-2-1. Could be. Could be that we give up on the wingers. To be honest, it's even, with the mercato that we have today, it's even logic. At today, you reinforce your midfield, so your targets are a right back, Cope, Manners, Todibo. You still miss one up front. Even if Chiesa stays or not, you still miss one. Luis Haza, we will see because of his contract, guys. We'll see. Contract matters now. I believe that the right back is still an important one. Then the names, there are a lot. Kadioglu, Thiago Santos, etc., etc. Like the right wingers or the left wingers, we have a lot. Galeno, Pepe, Consensao, Sancho Adeyemi, etc., etc., etc. If you go for 2 players per role, do you want to use the tactical pad? Tell me, yes or no. Tactical pad, yes or no. Tactical pad, yes or no. We try to make 2 players per role. With what we have to identify what we miss. We can do that, We can do it. Okay. Of course, this one was the players on the selling list. So let's put all of them out. Okay, so Di Gregorio starts, right? And then you have Pinsoglio. You have Perin and Pinsoglio. Let's put them like this. I will put the names smaller, guys, so that we are able to put a lot of players. You are able to read them, right? I think you are able to read them. Anyway, okay. Because we have 23, 24. Bremer is here. Cambiaso apparently is here. I put them here, guys, and then we will see. Then we will see. Rabiot, we need to sell now. It's over with Rabiot. So we put Rabiot out. Comme ça. Rabiot out, and we put add player. We put, what's the name of the player? Cabal. Let's give him the number 32 because that's the number that he was wearing with Verona. Cabal. Okay. We have Gatti. He's already there. We have Wea. Fagioli. Yildiz, Vlahovic, Douglas Luiz. At the moment we have Rogani. I just put them here, then we will see. We have Jallo. Locatelli, Miretti, Nicolussi. McKennie's out of project. I don't want to put. Let's put Chiesa at the moment. Milik as vice. Longe not yet. De Sciglio not. Kostic, I don't want to put him at the moment. Koopmeiners not yet. Sancho not yet. Thuram, we forgot about Thuram. Kadioglu, no. Todibo not yet. Adeyemi, Adzic. Xavi Simons, forget about him. Huijsen is also on the market. Arthur Barbieri, Sule. Sule is also out. Okay? So at the moment we have more or less these players. McKennie have put out. I didn't put the next gen players yet. So what can we see with that lineup? That Weah will probably play higher. Okay. At the moment we have Vlahovic as the main striker, Milik at sub. Yildiz here. Chiesa can play on the right. Weah can play here. Adzic is player here as a trequartista. We have 3 names. Huh? They can all play all the positions. Huh? Nicolussi can play here. By the way, to be honest, look at the team, because if you play a 4-2-3-1, look at the. You see how many players you have? If you play a 4-2-3-1, look at all the players that you have. Probably Miretti is more here. Okay? So at the moment, what do we see clearly? We miss a right back. We miss a left winger. How many players do we have here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23. 23. He said between 23 and 24 players. Danilo, right back with Gatti. Could be. You need one here. Could it be Todibo? It could be. You put Todibo here, and that's one player. Starting, Cambiaso, Todibo, Bremer, Danilo. With Gatti, Jalot. Rugani will leave, from what we hear. So, I think there will be a lot of movements yet. Huh? It's not over, guys. Huh? I think there will still be more than 3. I love Giuntoli, but I don't believe Giuntoli. Vito is asking me, don't you think, Beppe, that it's strange that Giuntoli is saying that nobody's out of the project, especially because we have 4 goalkeepers at the moment? Last year, clearly, we put players out of the project. And putting these players out of the project didn't always help in terms of negotiations. Because, hey, they put a picture there on internet in black and white, then the clubs that are attracted by some of these players, they will not offer you a lot. When a player is in the project, well, a player has more value. Sancho out of the training camp of Ten Hag cost less than a Sancho that is training with Ten Hag, than a Sancho that is saying that he's a fantastic player, that United needs strong players. So I think it's a strategy this year. We don't put players with pictures in black and white to make them really appetitable on the market, like here, take them for free. C'est la fin des soldes. C'est la fin. But we are today on the 18th of July. Then in 1 month, we will see. We have the good thing in a way that we are going on the 19th in Germany, 20th probably in the morning in Germany, and that Chiesa is not there. Not sure if Szczesny will be there or not yet. There will be some players that will not be there. So they will move. Not everyone will go with a team, and there we will already start having a bit of indications. Rugani, we didn't see him with pictures, but there was a small rumor, I don't know if we mentioned here one time on the channel briefly, that there was a small muscular injury but really small for Rugani. But since that day, we didn't see him in training session anymore. Will he travel or not? Will people think it's because he's injured, or will people think it's because he's out of project? Now, don't forget, from now until the end of the tournée in Germany, I believe that a lot of players will already be sold. Maybe a Soule, maybe a Huysen, because now it's important to sell. So, if we go back to here, we need more than 3, because the team is not complete today. If Adzic is really Adzic that people told me, but also today Thiago Motta is confirming, I think that Miretti, contract or no contract, will leave. Wait 1 second, guys. 1 second. Second, guys, I'm not rich, guys. I don't have my office. I'm not also 20, where I live alone. I have a family. Wife came back from sport. I needed to say je t'aime. Le mot de l'amour. I was telling you, We need. Because we have here, you see it, we have too much. I was telling you about Miretti. I think that Miretti will go. I think that probably Nicolussi will go at the end. And that's 2 players. Where you have, according to me, in that 4-2-3-1, Thuram, Douglas Lewis that are starters. You have Adzic and Koopmeiners that are starters. So 1, 2. You see, it's always by 2, guys. Always 2 players by role. You have Milik that will leave at the end. You have, I think, Chiesa that will leave at the end. Rugani that will leave. According to me, you need a Savona here, a striker here, and you need 2 wingers. We can potentially even start like that. Or who knows? Cabal is that strong that he starts as a left back. And you have Cambiaso as a right back. Could be, yeah? Could be. There is a lot of work to do. There is still a lot of work to do. $866. I love bananas. I love bananas. I love bananas. It's easy to eat. Even your fingers, they can remain clean. I like. The winger situation is a disaster, Bashar. Yeah, but we are working on it. Calma. We are working on it. We are the 18th. Of course, we need to be fast, but we are working. They tell you when they are ready. It's true. It's true. What is your favorite fruit? Nah, I don't believe in Joao Cancelo, guys. I don't believe in Joao Cancelo. Very good, huh? Peach and banana, Sasha. Mango for Abai. Le fruit d'amour. Red berries, my fav. Frederick, how big problem will Vlahovic salary be now after increase? A lot. Maybe not for this year because he has 2 years of contract, but a lot. If he doesn't extend lowering, a lot. Yeah. A lot. Can I raise the sound? The sound should be... Ah, no. It's true. Maybe you're right. Settings. Wait, No, it should be. Maybe I'm far. You hear me? Should be the same as usual. Maybe the microphone was far away from me. Could be. Perfect. Nano, Dusan and his salary won't be a problem. Will of the service he's going to get next season. No. I think you don't have clear the situation. No, with all the respect. 12 million net is 24 gross. One of the first words, again, from Scanavino were competitiveness and sustainability. And at Juventus, I know it's not funny to hear, we can't allow ourselves to have 24 million. I don't know. I don't know. They didn't treat it yet, guys. I'm not joking. I start to be a bit stressed about that situation, especially because I see that some Belgian people that I know are starting to receive it. So I start really to be annoyed by the situation because UPS, I show you, label created on the 16th of July. Last scan on the 16th of July, 12:15. Shipper created the label. UPS has not received the package yet. I ordered last Thursday. I received it Monday. Which shirt, Saraz? Thursday you receive Monday. So that's 3 days, huh? I ordered on the 16th, so 16th, 17th, 18th, and it's not there. Ah, not the jersey. Okay. No, because we will close in 2 minutes. And normally you can follow. Piero! New member. I didn't even say thank you to Piero Alvarez. Thank you for becoming a new member, my friend. And also to Nico, extending to 2 months. Rabiot officially out. Big drama finally over. Was it a big drama? I think that Juventus, they knew since long. I think that he knew since long. I think that we didn't know. That was the thing. Drama. I didn't see any drama. Also because Juventus was not waiting for Rabiot to sign the players that they wanted in that midfield. I think, yeah. Robin Hack. I heard about the name. Honestly, I watched a bit of Bundesliga last year, but I'm not good enough to tell you who yes, who not. But good impressions. Really good impressions from Thiago Motta. Can we close? I will now prepare myself. I will go to my parents. I was speaking with my father to understand what he thought about the press conference, if he watched it or not, about Thiago Motta, about the new team. And then I will come back and I will do or a video or we go live this evening with a fresh new ideas, probably after watching. Serie A top 4, it makes no sense, Ali. Too early. Juve, for sure. There. Khaled. Thank you for becoming a new member. Khaled Hawass, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Maybe a live tonight. Maybe could be. Vlahovic, I heard a bit about Milan. Milan is trying to do a beautiful mercato as well. Eh? Morata. They have some interesting names, huh? Ciao, P-Bug. I'm trying to think if we forgot something. Did we forget something? I think personally that Vlahovic or vice Vlahovic should be one with total different characteristics. Maybe a player that can do both roles. A Morata, but not Morata. If it's clear what I think. Neven is in the book. That's a beautiful ending. A book for that first. I like. The book for the Thiago Motta day. Okay, give me a page, guys, from page 4 to page 149. Page 4 to 449, give me numbers. Now, I want the maximum of numbers, and then we will go with the advice, the vibes of that first press conference, that first day. Let's go. Maximum of number. You can even spam with multiple times your number, so that you have the luck to go. The hair of Rabiot on the wall. I want the maximum. Spam. Okay, now that we have a few numbers, I will say stop. Now, Salvatore Matthew, 39. We have 2. Because it's a special day, I want to read both of them. The first one that I want to read on page 39 is Thiago Motta. The magic book is telling you 2 things. The first thing is, if you wait until you're ready, you will be waiting for the rest of your life. The second thing that the book is telling you is, if you never try, you will never know. If you never try, you will never know. And if you wait until you're ready, you will be waiting for the rest of your life. What does that mean? The message to Thiago Motta. The team is not complete. We just spoke about it like for 30 minutes. The team is not complete yet. But we don't wait. We don't have time to wait for Todibo, for Koopmeiners, for the Vice Vlahovic, for Sancho, for Adeyemi, for Joao Cancelo, for whoever. We don't have time to wait. We need to play. We need to start now. Seriously, thinking about it. Because we will never be ready. And probably that's also the big message that Giuntoli is telling to Thiago Motta. He's saying, Thiagone, we will not be able to have the perfect team after one mercato session. We are working hard. We don't sleep. We go. But maybe we will not have the right back of your dream. Maybe Koopmeiners at the end will not come. Maybe you will have to do with this player and this player that are out of project, not officially, but between the lines. But you will have to work with them. Don't wait. Start implementing your ideas. And then, if you never try, you will never know. And a Yildiz, as a trequartista, if we never try, we will never know. An Adzic, insisting on first team. If we don't try, we never know. Jallo, if we don't try him as a left back, as a center back, as a right back, we will never know. Maybe Jallo is the new Calafiori. Maybe at the end, if we don't try, we will never know. Maybe at the end, it will not be Todibo, but Jallo. We need to try. And we need to try total different things. Way of playing, way of thinking, vision. This is what the book, page 39, said to Thiago Motta. And on that one, I really want to say thank you to all of you. 437 likes. We are that close to 450. I think that we can do it. Do you want to help to reach 450 likes so that we have at least for Thiago Motta a beautiful one, and then we can close on that one today and coming back this evening, because then I need to go to my parents' home. 438, which is not bad. In the meanwhile, we are growing with the community. 443, which is also beautiful. But we are still not yet at the 450. We missed 7. We did it. Thank you to Tangerine, to Mario, to Chef, to Salvatore, to Belito, to Colo99, to King, to Luca, to all of you guys. You were just fantastic today. Grazie to you. I wish again the very, very best to Thiago Motta. We see each other later. Grazie, forza.